lot of drones out, a lot of Zerglings for defensive purposes, but deciding to go for a roach, a roach attack, as it seems. Not really adding any other upgrades. So without upgrades, just going straight up for Roach Ling will help him out actually to have a lot of units out before his opponent actually able to go for a strong timing attack. So we don't see an earlier third base here from Ling, which might at least he has to fake out the third base, I feel, if he wants to make that timing actually any viable. He does go for one Colossi, and this has been scouted now by Bly. He's well aware what his opponent is going for. A two-base Stalker, Colossi play, which you don't see that often in a PvZ. But I mean, this PvZ is something very special. Bly microing his queen away, therefore saving it for later on, and the War Prism has to retreat for the moment. So Bly is taking double gas here to his gold expansion, as well as taking the fourth base, and he's well aware that there is no third base from Bling whatsoever. So now he's using creep to his advantage, maybe to try and attack his opponent before moving out too far to his own base, and to delay the attack as much as possible. There is an observer to the composition, but Bly might just try to go for a little bit of a counter attack. Seems to be the case. He's trying to go around, or maybe just go for a full surround into the army. He hasn't that many units. That's the thing. So Bling is not aware of these units just being right behind him. But he can also cut the reinforcement path, which is probably what Bly really wants to go for. Nope, he's straight up going to the natural base. A little bit of a counter attack, as it seems, and he will try and break through. Will Bling though go for the attack or go for the defense? It seems to be the defense. Does he go for the recall though? He should be going for the recall probably. But no, he's saving the energy at the same time, defending with a couple of sentries. This is quite well done, but Bly needs to be careful. Oh, he's actually getting quite a few of roaches, which Bly won't be really happy about. But at the same time, he's delaying the attack so much. He's seeing, okay, there's still no third base, and therefore Bling in a very, very bad spot. We have 12 meters now on the way. Bly doing the whole, doing a good transition and really adapting a little bit to the style we normally used to see from Scarlet, who did show some great performance in the battlegrounds against Parting at least, and not engaging the Protoss army directly. So a couple of stalkers will be caught here off guard, using this to his advantage. Very, very nicely done. And there goes the counter attack. He will go for the full out base trade scenario. A lot of overlords will fall here in the process if he's not careful. But we see more and more mutas here on the way. He should be building up some Zerglings here at the same time, but he doesn't have the lava here to really exploit this to his advantage. But we do see the attack potential had to be activated, but the roaches are trying to destroy his opponent's natural base here completely. There's an additional warp in here. I'm not too sure if he can defend with this at all. And now it's really, who is faster in killing of the opponent's base? Bling does have no probe here on the field at the same time, and Bly has the advantage of borrowing his units, so he can borrow a couple of drones while there's only one observer. Is there an observer at the same time? No, there's not, and the good luck already has been called. Therefore Bly, in a very nice fashion, winning this game, winning this whole series 2-0, and will advance to the semifinals. Oh, it is actually the finals already, no? Right? Wait, no, it's the semifinals. Okay. Semifinals there for Bly. And actually Nomi also advanced to the quarterfinals. Oh, very interesting. I might just join after one of our German casters, and we have CPU versus Anonymous, or Addon Minus, in the upper bracket against CPU. Wow, okay, yeah, that's a great PvP series to continue with. And, well, I'm happy you guys are still up with me. I'm not sure if you're a spammer or if this is automatically being censored. But I'm gonna time you out for this. Man! I don't want to time out people and ban them. But the thing is, you guys are, like, spamming. Because, yeah, our chat is still so quiet. I mean, at least give me a sign of life. That you're still alive, guys. That would be really, really cool. Would make my day, to be honest. Just to give me some feedback. Someone was saying about something about my microphone, which is okay. Someone was asking about the BattleNet, but that was like hours ago, man. So, would be happy to see some feedback from you guys, even though I know most of you guys are probably watching WCS at the same time. But nevertheless, we go back into our next game, and this is going to be on King Sejong Station. Spawning to the bottom right side, we have the yellow Protoss player from Alien Invasion. It is CPU. And spawning up to the top left side, we have the purple Protoss player from Team Cascade. It is Addon Minus. Alrighty, so of course we have a little bit of a downtime here in a PvP where you never really know what these guys are up to unless you see the gas timing and yeah, how much gas probably is going to be mined from. So, gateway opening of course here between these two players. And there are like a lot of casters around here. Are they following my camera? Are you kidding me? Huh. No, they're not. Okay. They're AFK, at least. As it seems. So, right, let's do this with our own hands. We can do this. King Sejong Station, of course, is the map. And I'm gonna time out you. I don't like this. So, alright. Addon Minus is scouting his opponent base. He sees the gas timing, and at the same time he goes for the pretty much the exact same. So we will probably yeah, see an early tech by just going for a Twilight or a Stargate. Interesting enough. Okay, we do this. See the Stargate for Addon Minus, who has really good PvP, like we saw beforehand. And CPU, he will go for a Twilight. Yes, he will go for a Twilight. Okay, very cool. Twilight versus Stargate. I think some builds you can actually already call, like Twilight and Stargate is probably the most common build between both of the yeah, between Protoss versus Protoss. If you know any other builds that are nowadays viable, you can of course tell me. Of course, there is possibilities to go for 2-gate robo play, but it's very hard to defend against whenever your opponent does go for Oracle play, for example. So in fact, we do see Adonis going for a couple of Phoenix, which is, I guess, not too bad. But against Stalkers, well, it can go for a disadvantage. So, Still, they can help out to gain map control and to, yeah, go up for the robo, as we are seeing right now, and to get out the Immortals to defend against incoming Blink Stalkers. So the Phoenix is scouting the whole base, seeing, okay, there's probably Blink on the way, and also seeing the robo that is on the field, just for security measures and to defend a potential DT shrine in the follow-up. So hallucinated Oracle here, just scouting the base, seeing, okay, there are a lot of Phoenix on the way. If he goes straight up for Stalkers, well, it might actually happen. Oh, the sentry might actually fall, but so does the Phoenix, so not the best trade here for a done minus. Was a bit greedy on killing that sentry. Of course, a better trade here for CPU to begin things with. To begin things with. Well, my English. And the Stalkers not right in position where they can defend against the Phoenix harass. 2 workers have been killed so far. Not too shabby. And both, yeah, pretty much going for their natural base, just playing out safely. And I wouldn't be surprised if the Dominus goes for the Archon Immortal play and Gateway heavy army composition, which are like actually quite convenient, and maybe even Storm whenever he faces Void Rays. But CPU on the other side, he is deciding to go for his own Immortal play. I wonder though if he is in fact able to do damage with his Blink Stalkers. He has a pylon on the way, he's scouting if there's no early third base, and definitely has a chance here to do a little bit of damage whenever he has an observer. But Phoenix are able here to clear off the probe and will scout for a proxy pylon. Very nicely done. He sees the proxy pylon, something you always want to consider searching for. And probably there will be a couple of units going up there to see if his opponent in fact goes for the aggression. Normally you always want to have something to defend with this whenever you see a proxy pylon, because this means aggression so or so, but well, it can still be a fake or just for counterattacks later on. So always want to clear this off, which will be happening right now. CPU at the same time going for the double gas here to the natural base as well as the robotics bay. So this is a good composition, which will work just fine together with the Blink Stalkers. And CPU was staying very defensively, not even trying to go for the attack, even though he had the potential to be a little bit annoying with the Blink Stalkers. He's very afraid of the Phoenix that will lift off his units, and therefore making it possible to go for a retreat. So yeah, I like both attempts to gain map vision with the Phoenix, and also now spreading them out, making it like a like an overlord. And here we do see the Templar Archive. Probably we won't see Storm this time, because it is not that effective against Stalker Colossi position. It would have been a better choice if you fight against Void Rays, as I mentioned before. So we do see probably a lot of gateways being added as well to the 3 bases we have. And no third base for CPU, interesting enough. He's rather going for additional gateways. So this is going to be a timing. There's no other way around. He did go for a couple more workers, which does seem to be the case, but it is just 50 workers, so this is the exact amount he needs for his natural base and main base, and cannon being added here to the main base to be available to defend against the Phoenix. And now the Phoenix sees it. The Phoenix sees, okay, there's a Templar Archive actually on the way. And will lose a Phoenix in the process, but he still needs them to go for scouting information. And I'm really surprised there is no third base yet. He's delaying it by so much, while he did see the third base coming up early on. But there goes the probe. He's moving out in front. Does want to go for the aggression. Or the fourth base here in front, which would be very surprising to me. But at the same time, Minus will be preparing a counterattack, which helped him out a lot. And he will see there is no third base. Now he needs a lot of units. He needs to prepare against us. He needs Archons. He needs Immortals here against CPU, who also has a couple of Archons available, probably. There's another Colossi joining the fray. Will Anonymous have enough? We did see a similar situation between Kung Fu Panda and Dominus yesterday. Can he defend this time? There are a lot of units on the field. We do see both unit compositions and the army supply being in favor here for CPU. He's going for the third base. He will probably go for a snipe. Photon Overshot had been activated. And I don't know, Adonis, he needs to be super careful not to overextend with his army composition. And his +2 attack upgrade is not yet finished. Therefore CPU still has a chance here to advance forward. He really wants to kill the third base though, because Anonymous is still having a lot of advantage from this. But it will fall in the end, and maybe now the possibility for CPU to take his third base. This is something we will be seeing right now. But here goes the engagement. Anonymous wants to fight this. I'm not sure if this is the right choice. He should not have gone for this attack, as the Colossi are helping out so much. There was a drop in the background, but CPU with much better fighting composition and just will crash his opponent. Also the Stalkers blinking forward to snipe out another Immortal. Not the best decision making from Dominus. He still should have waited for more Zealots and more units here to join the fray. And therefore CPU with the right decision making will kill off his opponent, will kill off the second Nexus here to the natural base. And we're gonna see the GG in just a moment. Here we go. CPU takes the victory in the best of 3 series 1-2-0, and therefore, well, putting himself in a very comfortable spot. Alright, so we're gonna have a second game here, just coming up in a brief second. And I'd love to know your predictions. Who you gonna see? Who you want to see in the finals as well? I'm gonna post the brackets just beforehand. Of course, remind that we have a 1-minute delay on this stream. So the semi-final, the first semi-final is not yet decided. Let's go for a refresh. And we will be getting our invite in just a second, hopefully. There we go. CPU is inviting me. Yeah, so what happened? Alright. So, yeah. Oh, there we see a go, and a thanks for the invitation. PvP number 2 coming up here on Overgrowth this time. And the winner will play versus Jack or Ignite in the semifinals. Very cool to see these players doing really great for themselves. And in the other half of the bracket, Bly did advance already, but Nomi versus Soke will probably play in round of 5. Unfortunately, a couple of really good players actually already been taken out by Extra, who beat Armani, in fact, in the second round. Armani, the Zerg player from Team Samsung Galaxy. But nevertheless, as you can hear in the background, we are back into our next game. And spawning to the top right side, we have the yellow Protoss player from Team Alien Invasion. It is CPU. And of course, spawning to his top left side position, cross to Overgrowth. It is going to be the purple player. Purple Protoss player from Team Cascade. It is Adam Minus. Alright. Again, we have, of course, the situation, these two players here in the first stage. We talked about it too a lot of times, but the gas time we have to wait. But of course, something we might have to mention is the map Overgrow, where both players know exactly the positions of their opponent, and something like this is not happening on a 4-player map, where CPU is scouting for a proxy to gate aggression. So he was scouting just a tiny bit, seeing okay if there is a probe or not, and just now going back. So both opening it pretty standard. We see the double gas already been taken here as well. More often than normally, like normally you see only two probes each gas, then transition in a more early stalker heavy aggression, maybe even going for double gateway to be a little bit more safe. But as we can see right now, both did go for the gas, and we might see a Stargate yet again from Don Minus, because he really loves to go for it. There we go, Stargate in the making, and CPU, will he go for Stargate himself? You'll see in just a bit, and of course CPU is leading 1-0. Sorry for getting the update there. Yes, Stargate versus Twilight Council, as it seems. A sentry been built, just to be safe. But it's the multiple, and yes, we do see the Stargate as well for CPU. So a little bit of a variation, and probably CPU with this later Stargate just to defend his opponent with his own Phoenix play. But we already see a Chrono Boost for the first Phoenix, so it will be tough. It probably is going to be Phoenix versus Phoenix. But we have to consider CPU delaying his Stargate will have a tough time. So I like the position here for Adam Minus. Whenever he sees his opponent going for a Stargate, he will just non-stop Chrono Boosting his Stargate and going for a lot of Phoenix. So we see in fact an Oracle that has to be cancelled. I don't think this is going to work out for him, as the Phoenix already poking in, seeing, I think, yeah, he should have seen the Stargate. There we go. And yeah, the Oracle had to be cancelled. There's the Military Core, though the Military Core is in place for potential photon overcharge. And in fact we do see a Twilight Council instead of the Stargate Chrono Boosting anything like that. And oh, that was a nice attack here. Nice bait from CPU. A hallucinated Oracle going into the main base, and the photon overcharge had been activated. Because he saw the Stargate and was like, okay, oh my god, this is an Oracle coming up my way, wants to kill out my probes, but it was the hallucination. So at least he had this going for him, which is good. But at the same time, of course, Adam Minus, who won't be building up any more Phoenix, because he sees, okay, my opponent doesn't really go for anything else, and he did see a Twilight Council already in placement. So this will be, yeah, a kind of interesting mixture, to be honest, from CPU. I'm not sure what I have to think about this. There is a proxy pilot, so there will be a coming up aggression from CPU, some pressure here to the natural base. Let's see if he can do enough damage. Like the Blink Stalkers, maybe he's going for a timing actually. Should be chrono boosting the Blink though. Yep, he does. And oh, okay, he's going for the attack. He's not wasting any more time. He should be going for the warp in. There we go, warping in the Stalkers, going for the natural base. This Anonymous has enough. He has the energy just about right now. Oh yeah, or will we? Yeah, but he might just go for it anyways. Oh, there is a force field actually going down, but this is doing too much. Oh, the Immortal going down as well. This is a huge snipe here for CPU. The Phoenix were not in position to defend this off, and therefore actually not too bad here for CPU. Not losing this Immortal yet, and additional Stalkers being warped in. He's waiting for this Photon Overcharge to be done, and then there is not enough energy to defend this off. We have to think, like, this one Immortal from CPU is very, very nice addition to the composition right now. CPU wants to go for expansion at some time, but first he saw, okay, this was actually an efficient attack, so now he wants to finish off the game right here, right now. And here we go, the attack is going down, and oh, the Blink Forward going right for the Immortal, shrinking the Immortal count its best, but there's another Immortal, and also the Void Ray here coming up for a Don Minus, and this time it is better defended here by a Don Minus than before, and I don't think CPU can actually proceed this. He's still trying to do so though, because there is still no Photon Overcharge, but this time the Void Ray, oh, actually the Psionic alignment actually not available, therefore he can actually attack the natural base. If this one falls, this would be at least the least damage been done here for CPU, but he needs to be so careful not to lose additional Stalkers. He really wants to kill this off before the shield is in fact regenerating, and also the Photon Overcharge regenerating, so he needs to do damage right here, right now. He's going for it. There are still the Phoenix in the field. They're tanking a lot of damage. Also the Immortal being lifted off. This is actually really good here for Adonis, saving that one Phoenix here to actually get the Immortal out at the same time. And to be honest, just looking at the supply difference, and of course that natural base still there, now it's going to be very tough here for CPU to do any damage. Therefore he decides to go for the natural base, and no observer inside to really go for more damage whatsoever. And Adonis, he is aware there is no more danger. He's going for the full saturation to his natural base. He's keep pumping out probes here, one by one, and well, at least CPU did build up some probes, but the advantage is still on the side of this Israeli player here to the south side, and I don't feel this is enough. No, the first attack was good. The second attack should have been pretty much game-ending damage, or at least sniping the natural base. I think he could have gone for it, but he was afraid to lose too many units in the process, and then die to the counterattack. But nevertheless, we do see Adonis going for his aggression with 4 mortals. This is a really good. And here we go, he's forcing the Photon Overcharge, but he might just kill his Nexus right here, right there, with so much damage output, and this is just enough. With the force fields available, he kills off his opponent, and not too much here CPU can do. He will die to this attack, and therefore has to tap out, and therefore the 1-1 to be there. Oh my god, even a mana nexus here to the natural base. GG! And Dominos is tidying up the series. Very, very well done. So, the 1-1 tied up series here in the quarterfinals. So, we will jump right away into our next game. And both players seem to be ready here for the next game, which is going to be on Deadwing. So this time we have a 4-player map, which will be a little bit different, also with the potential of going for an earlier expansion. But I'm actually not sure what kind of style is really the better. Like, I feel like Blinkstalkers this time is not the best choice to go for. It can, of course, you can still use the mobility to your advantage on a on a bigger map like this. But Stargate probably favoring here, and the minus with that opening with the Phoenix, feeling comfortable to go yet again for this kind of opening. I definitely feel this is a better choice. Alright, so we're just waiting for these guys to make things even and having a closer look to the bracket yet again. As we see still extra soccer in the running. Oh, Sokka's actually done with his game. But do we see the match history? Nope, we don't. We don't see it. So we're not aware what's going on, but it's kind of surprising. Like, Extra is shown like platinum player and winning so many games. Must be a fake account. Probably. Or some kind of friend playing for him. Or he's a Korean player, that might just be the case as well. But we're not here for speculating about players' identities, we're here for some more SC2 action, and our next game that is going to be on Deadwing. We have a 1-1 between these two players, and spawning to the bottom right side from Team Alien Invasion, it is CPU. Spawning up to the top left side in the purple trunks. It is Adonis. And I'm mixing up his name so much. Like, is it Adaminus or is it Adominus? We even asked him, but I still couldn't get how to pronounce his name, to be honest. Which is kind of sad, because you cast him pretty much so often and you still want to know how to actually call him. So I'm just mixing it up. Unless you guys know better than me. So, alright. So let's get a sip from our bottle of water before we cast some more. And of course the openings will seem to be the same. So no cheese going on here whatsoever. And, well, who can blame them? Double gas here taken by both the players. And as I said, I mean, on Deadwing, especially on cross position, the Stargate plays seem like the best choice. Or something else I would really love to see is actually going for DTs. Like mixing in DTs can actually work out pretty well, especially for CPU, who saw his opponent always going for this kind of Phoenix play. Whenever he sees where his opponent is, like, DT play can be really, really good, and on this map you can hide your tech so well. So we might in fact see this coming. But other from that, we of course have the potential of a Twilight Council already also being added for the Blink Stalker upgrade. It really depends, but Adam is straight up going for the Stargate. This is something we could have expected from him. And CPU also going for that early Sentry, which I kinda like, because the Sentry can not only be able to defend early aggression with Zealot Stalker, but also prevent scouting information. Oh well, there's a probe inside the base already. Oh yeah, he goes for the force field. There we go. Just when I wanted to say to defend against any scouting information, but at the same time, what I actually wanted to say as well, go for the hallucinated Phoenix to go for more scouting information, or even Oracle hallucination, which is not too bad. Yep. You can also go for Warp Prism hallucination, which is pretty nice. But not a DT hallucination, unfortunately. Which would be kinda stupid. but kinda funny as well. So the minus this time going for an early expansion. Only one Phoenix. Oh, actually an Oracle being played out. I like that. As CPU, wow, he has no stalkers. He has only one stalker, but not in the right position. Oh, that's good. That's really important. He's going to the main base, but still one worker does go down. Could have killed two maybe, but not taking the risk. And this time CPU going for this early expansion as well. And again, the Robo being played here by Adam Minus. But as I said, like this time not that many Phoenix will be played out. Which is kinda interesting considering the map distances. I mean, I would have loved to have at least one Phoenix to go for a bit more scouting information. But no, it is not. Does not go for this time. So we rather see a more macro-orientated play, where CPU might want to go for some aggression here to the natural base. But against one Immortal, there is not really a huge possibility to do initial damage here. Just poking in, seeing, okay, what does my opponent do? And, well, how many probes he has to the natural base. This will have out a lot. And fortunately for him, he has the Blink Stalkers, so he can rescue his Stalkers here right away. This Oracle is prepared to do some more damage here to the natural base, waiting for his probes here to come up. In fact, he did kill 2 workers in total. Not too sure if CPU should risk to go for an attack. But yeah, I like that one choice. Going for 4 Stalkers and then going for an attack will be scouted by the Observer though. Yeah, and the Immortal's already moving up to the main base. Well... should really... Yeah, okay, there is an Immortal in position. And 2 Immortals should be enough here to defend this off. The Observer had been sniped. This is just fine here for CPU. He shouldn't really do too much more. Oh, the Oracle. The Oracle is actually moving dangerously about that pylon, and CPU might snipe it actually. Does not go for it. He was thinking about it for a second at least. Does he know about the gas timing though? This would be very, very important. No, he's going into the main base. He sees an Immortal though. And also the Void Ray. Yeah, this is something he don't want to blink in. How will he prepare against this though? He has the Robotics Bay this time. Something we did see in the first game, working out quite well for him. But at the same time, he needs something against the Void Ray. So either he wants to make a mixture of Stalkers and Colossi, or he wants to go for the Archons, which are probably the best choice against Void Rays when they are coming up in masses. But, well, we do see the research for charge. Still not sure if that's the right choice. Sell a charge with Colossi. Might work. Might be possible. And of course, we do see the revelation. Is it revelation? Revelation being called. So he sees exactly what is actually chrono boosted, and he sees, okay, the robo is being chrono boosted, there will be Colossi on the way. So, oh, that I like that one. Dominus will be going for Tempest. Tempest, you might ask why? Why going for Tempest? Pretty easy to say. It is just against the Colossi. So you don't really need that many, but on seeing his opponent going for at least 2 Colossi with the Chrono Boost being available, this is something you might want to mix in, but it costs a lot of resources, therefore the third base very, very important to this composition. And at the moment he still goes for the Void Ray, so does not have the +1 air upgrade though. So we probably is going to see 2 Tempests here. At least 2 Tempests. What? You serious? Oh wow. Adonis going for a mothership. Uh-huh. Okay. Well, that's probably very interesting. Mothership? I think I haven't seen this in quite a while in a pro game. That's very interesting. I mean, you might see this in ZVPs against Swarmhost, but in a PvP? Wow, okay. But he's not deciding to go for Tempest. Oh, okay. A lot of Void Rays though. A lot of Void Rays. CPU is going for the timing. He has a lot of gateways. He wants to finish the game right here, right now. This is the initial engagement we are going to see against these 2 players. Will he hold the third base though? He has a lot of gas income there as well, which is very important. Another cannon being added there as well. It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be really tough here to engage with this army, and also the mothership. Without that, without any observer, this is gonna be so tough. And now he sees it. He sees the mothership. How can he engage into this? Will he engage into this anyway? He's waiting for another Colossi. He's waiting. Oh, this is smart. Okay, never mind. Should have gone for feedback onto the mothership, I feel. I think he should have gone for it. No, he will be just attacking right into this. The cannons though being cloaked there as well. What is CPU attacking into? Oh my god, he's losing so much supply. He's not seeing the army whatsoever. The Void Rays are doing so much damage to the army, and the Dominus, he's just taking a huge fight advantage with this. So many Void Rays in this composition, killing off the whole army from CPU. This was horrible. Really, really horrible engagement. CPU throwing his game like that. And we are going to see carriers now as follow-up from Adonis. Wow. This was like so bad. He was just A-clicking onto the mothership and hoping that there aren't that many units. But the Dominus, he was just so happy. He had a lot of cannons onto the low ground, and he goes another attack. All the Void Rays being activated and catching the important units. GG, good luck. and Menace will advance to the semifinals. What a game yet again, with a follow-up with carriers and so on. And wow, that for sure was something unexpected, to say the least. And we are already prepared for the next game, ladies and gentlemen. And as far as I know, this is the quarterfinal. We're just checking the score. These guys just started or not. Could have gone for Ignite versus Dominus. But I kinda like this game as well. Well, we will see. What do you guys think? Should we go for Dominus versus Ignite? Okay, yeah, we go. I go with the other match, in fact. So we just divided within the casters. And yeah, we're just gonna have a short break, guys, so just let me sort this out, and then we will be back with Ignite versus a Dominus. And yeah, this is gonna be a great one, because this will decide who will advance to the finals. So guys, please stay tuned. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are back here with the decider for the qualification tournament number 3 at the tournament against the odds. The winner of this best of 3 series will advance and will qualify for the actual main tournament. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen, spawning. To the bottom left side we have the red Protoss player from Team Red Blood Pro. It is Ignite. And spawning to the top right side, representing Team Cascade, it is Adam Minus. So, we have another PvP on our hands, and in fact we have only PvPs running at the moment. So, the 2 Protoss players will advance and will actually qualify for against the odds. It is going to be either Soccer or Nomi in the lower. Oh wait, just a second. No, it is going to be... Oh, it's still a chance that we have a Zerg player actually advancing. Sorry about that. Because Bly is in the other semi-final. Versus either Nomi or Soccer. Yeah, that's right. But nevertheless, we have these 2 players now with the chance to win this whole thing already. And, well, this is going to be very interesting. Both opening up with double gas yet again, and Dominus already showing some really cool strategies. I was asking about his mothership he was building against CPU, and he was like, yeah, that's my special tactics. That was for sure some very cool strategy. Something I didn't expect at all, and I was like, why is he going for the fleet beacon? Oh yeah, right, he's going for Tempest against the Colossi. No, you bad. You bad. It was against the odds, but he did go for the mothership. Mothership plus Void Race. Many strong, many imba. And yeah, showing some really cool strategies so far. But this time I feel we're going to see the Stargate yet again. Even though he did go... Oh, dude! Like, I was thinking, like, he went for the Mothership Core. Normally he went straight up for the Stargate, but this time he's... Oh! Alright, he's a Solar Probe. For a second I was concerned, but... Yeah, this time he's going for the Twilight Council. But is it? Okay, yeah, it is going to be Blink. Could have been, still could have been DTs. Like, you can still go for it, but this is most likely Blink Stalkers, as we're seeing right now, and will be theoretically counter to the Stargate. And yeah, we do see the Phoenix play, which is a bit delayed because we have Stalker out as well. Oh, Dominus, what is your plan here? You want to go for aggressive? Maybe even for 4 gate with Blink Stalkers? But at the same time we do see a little bit of a skirmish here between these 2 Stalkers. And there is another Stalker here to join the fray, and oh no, Ignite was not careful enough. He loses the Stalker here, and this is very important right now, as there's only 1 Phoenix here to go for the attack. We should see the Photon Overcharge being used, but no. Oh no, there should be Photon Overcharge. Oh, it's gonna be very close. The Phoenix will not go down, but at the same time we do see already so many Stalkers here on the field, and also losing a sentry in the process. So now Adonis in a great spot here to finish the game right here, right now. It is not the best map for Blink Stalkers, it might seem, but he has a lot of potential here to end the game right here, right now. The probe might even go for pylon placement right there. But here you go, the Phoenix will be taking out Adonis with a great timing, will probably finish the game. He could be going for the mothership core, it was completely overextended, but he's waiting for the photon overcharge here to end. And already positioning himself in a really nice spot. There we go, the mothership, the photon overcharge energy is done, and therefore no potential firepower here for Ignite. Great timing here from Adonis. Will kill off his opponent right here, right there. GG, and very nicely done here by the Israeli Protoss player. Well done. And he's only one victory away to qualify for this very tournament. Very cool. I mean, he overall showed some very nice performance. PvP is his best matchup. We might have to consider this as well. And he didn't play against any Zerg players, for example. So this is, in fact, maybe favoring his playstyle. This is really good. His PvP is very clean, as we can see. Only very few mistakes had been made. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to see more from Anonymous in the main tournament, and this time it's going to be on merry-go-round, and Ignite hopefully will be able to come back from this. But let's see how this is turning out to be, as the plays are ready and we are good to go. Ignite I haven't seen from him too much, so let's see how this is turning out to be. And we are ready to go, ladies and gentlemen. We are ready to go for this very next map. As I said, merry-go-round, three positions here, so you don't definitely know where your opponent is, but definitely excited to see how this is turning out to be. Spawning to the bottom left side as the red Protoss player representing Red Blood Pro, it is Ignite. And spawning to the top right side of merry-go-round, it is going to be a Dominus. Alright. We had a lot of PvP series today. Some might think, oh right, another PvP, man, that sucks. I mean, I want to see Terran, I want to see Zerg fighting out. And I'm probably one of the first who would say, oh god, not another PvP. But after watching quite a few of them, a few of the PvP series we saw so far, I have to say I enjoy it more and more. You always see really interesting fights, and all these small adjustments that were made to win over your opponent. Just one single unit that can change the whole pace of the game is very interesting to see. Very exciting to see. Whereas you have Terran versus Protoss, for example, where you more or less look at the numbers. Like where your upgrades are being invested in. Can you go for kind of drop play and so on and so on. And Protoss is kind of different pace. No, I wouldn't say like less action, less about timings and so on. But you need to. It's the small things like the micro intense battles. You really come ahead of your opponent. So this time Adonis a little bit late with his cybernetics core, but nope, it's just fine. Just seemed like he was not trying to skip any probes here whatsoever, but at the same time going for a lot of gas. So considering the gas timings, we will very most likely see a Stargate right away from his opponent, which will be scouted, of course, by Ignite, who will most likely go for the Twilight Council instead. So here goes the Stargate, instantly being scouted. And I think that Anonymous is not too worried about this. Of course, it's a little bit annoying, and okay, my opponent knows what I'm up to. But at the same time, Ignite would have gone for the Twilight Council probably. Oh no, he's in fact going for the Stargate. Interesting enough. So will Anonymous go for Phoenix play though? That's what I'd ask myself. Phoenix or Oracle? That is the question. Because I feel like now it's a bit of a risk to go for the Oracle. And yeah, we do see the Phoenix, and therefore the better choice against the Star. Even if he would have gone against Twilight Council, we saw already from him doing quite well in defending against early aggression from Stalkers. So Phoenix vs Phoenix, something that was potential in every single PvP we saw today, but actually never occurred. So it would be very interesting to see how this is going to work. But oh my god, the Mothership Core is completely overextended. He needs to go for a recall if he wants to save it. But there is another Phoenix, therefore needs to go back. And oh, this time actually the Phoenix will just die in the second when Adonis went there with his second Phoenix. Oh, he needs to be so careful. He doesn't want to lose another Phoenix. This is very, very bad here for Dominus. He loses another Phoenix, and therefore Ignite this time putting himself in a comfortable position. He has now the potential to actually equalize the stance, and he can still, yeah, he has now the map control. Did he see the probe? Yes, he did. And he sees also the pylon being placed. So, is this just a fake out from Dominus? It seems to be the case. There is a Nexus going down. But, well, he has two gateways, so I don't think... I mean, he wants to pressure his opponent. I think this is something we will probably see from him. Ignite reacting though with a lot of gateways, and maybe to put up some aggression himself. Whereas Adonis not yet deciding to really add a robo or any additional gateways himself. But there we go, see a little bit of poking at least. And the Phoenix plus Stalkers will be available here to defend against the Phoenix from Ignite, that is. But more and more Phoenix will be in the making. PvP does have already a different meaning with this kind of play. The Phoenix are stacking, actually focus firing on one of the Phoenix, which is very, very nice. Something like Muta versus Muta, but only in PvP. We don't see that often, but can be actually very entertaining to see these lasers shot against each other. And this time he can go for it. Oh, at the same time losing another Phoenix for himself. Adonis not really being too cost efficient with this. And Ignite, with that additional economy, well, he needs to go for a couple of more probes, I feel. Because now it's Dominus having a little bit of an advantage also with the additional gas income. So there will be the counter attack. I'm not sure Ignite really wants to go for that. But there's no probe. There's no probe with this. So he's just faking the pressure. Of at least pressuring just a tiny bit. Okay, there's a probe coming up, but I feel like this is the choice he really wants to go for it. But oh, he's just running into the Phoenix. I'm not sure if that's the right choice. He's losing actually quite a lot of them. at the same time attacking into the main, going into the natural base, but there's another photon overcharge actually able here to go for an attack. Time Warp being activated as well. Ignite needs to be so careful, he will be losing his Monastery Core at the same time. Well, with the Zealots actually doing quite some damage. Adonis though, with his now with the Phoenix advantage, as Ignite just ran into them, will in fact defend this, and this is a huge chance now for Dominus to really stabilize from all the losses he did gain from the beginning. So well done, and therefore Ignite with a very well, peculiar attack, I have to say. And now the Phoenix are not that many, therefore he will lose additional Phoenix. This is really looking horrible here, and already the GG Ignite losing just too much with that attack, and the 2-0 in fact for Adominus. He will advance and he will win the whole thing, at least qualify for the TBO, ATO, sorry, not the TBO. TBO is a little bit something different, I guess. The big one, I think there was even the tournament called the big one, not including the big one, the brother of the little one, TLO. Well, wow, that was exhausting, at the same time very entertaining to watch. Dominus therefore qualifying, but we have another half of the bracket, and there we will see either Soccer or Nomi fighting it out against Bly. So let's see. And Don is saying, no congratulation even? Well, if you have the chance to congratulate him, go in chat channel ATO1 in the game and say grats. And well, yeah, he did very well for himself, I have to say. But ladies and gentlemen, until we have our another semi-final, we're gonna have a short break. And until then, I'd say have some fun with some more music, epic StarCraft 2 Wings of Liberty music. And then we'll be back with more SC2 action here at the Open Qualifier number 3 against the odds. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back here with our next game, and this is going to be another PvP, but I'm really looking forward to this, as we have two German stars here going up against each other, and one of them is none other than Alternate's Nomi. And spawning up to the top left side, representing XMG, it is going to be Soccer. Oh yeah, another PvP going on. Protoss versus Protoss. But now, we have two completely different players and completely different styles we are probably going to see. So, I'm really looking forward to this. And oh my god, Nomi's going for a 10 gate. Well, 10, 11, something like that. 10, 11 gate. What are we going to see? This is super interesting. Is it going to be a super early tech? Is it going to be DTs? Or an Oracle play? I can't really say, I don't see that too often in the PvP. So, yeah, I'm just really curious what Nomi has in store, but it seems like it will be something proxied at least. Only one gas been taken though. Only one gas, so... does he want to go for a second gas? Yeah, maybe. Maybe. At the same time, Soccer is actually going for a pretty standard opening, but looking at the timings between these two cybernetics cores, it might in fact be a 4-gate. Oh, I didn't see that coming. A 4-gate, it is going to be a chrono boost being saved. There we go. 4-gate, it is against Soccer on this map. And wow. Is Nomi scouting his opponent without him seeing it? Okay, he sees the probe. Sees the probe, Nomi sees what's up. Will he see the potential expansion that was coming up? Nope, Soccer is just going for a proxy. Okay. Proxy pylon being placed there as well at the natural base, and the mothership core, well, it won't do that much, to say the least, and Soccer not scouting whatsoever, and this is something Nomi can use to his advantage. He's going for the full chrono boost, he's getting up a lot of stalkers right now at the same time. There are the additional gateways. Where's the second one? There we go. And, well, this can be devastating as Soccer is going for an expansion. This is not good for Soccer. Not good at all. He's scouting around. He's scouting for proxy pylons. This is very important. No, with a very interesting pylon placement here to the downside. Just really trying to shorten the distance to go to the front. There is the next pylon being placed. This pylon is super important. This one, aggressive pylon. Okay, or this one. It's going to be this one. Okay, there goes the pylon, and there goes Nomi with a lot of aggression. Soccer, will he scout this pylon? It's very important to see this. He needs to know what's going on. He's not producing any units. He's going for the chrono boost on the cybernetics core. Now he knows what's up, and the probe is going right into the base. The good force is going down though, and oh, he needs to go around. He needed to go around actually to kill this off, but now he will be attacking the rocks to have a better surface area. And another force is going down. Going down here. No energy on these sentries. There will be enough sentry energy though to block this off yet again. Oh, it's 5 seconds away. He doesn't have the energy in time. There goes Nomi. He will be attacking the mothership core and killing off a stalker. Very nicely done. And I mean, there is that expansion. He might just go for the expansion actually, but he really wants to kill off his opponent right here, right now. And I mean, this very early gateway helped him out so much. He's trying to kill the probes, which is very nice for him, and also killing off the pylon. Actually, no, he's not yet supply blocking his opponent, but at the same time, the robo being placed here in front to go maybe for an immortal, and he really wants to finish off his opponent right now. There's one immortal, will be helping out Soke by quite a bit, and also blocking off this path with the pylon. But here we go. This he's just killing off the pylons. Maybe a couple of sentries here going in front, and the immortals. 2 immortals actually out of here for Soke, actually doing quite well in defending this. Only a couple of stalkers here to go for the attack. Therefore, it might seem that Soke is able to hold this, but of course he's losing quite a few units in the process as well. This Zealots here helping out so much, and he's trying to focus down the immortal. Another immortal is taking damage as well, but they are still doing so much damage for him. Oh my god, what a fight we're seeing between these two players, and Soke seems really to be able to be up ahead in this engagement. And a couple of sentries being used there as well. I'm not too sure if this is the right choice here for Nomi. He could have gone for robotics here instead. And this time it seems like Soke is defending this to his advantage. Very nicely done. There are a couple of Zealots warp-ins as well, but Soke now with 2 bases advantage. It seems like he has it. He did very well in defending, and therefore I don't see Nomi really coming out of this. He's chrono boosting all his warp gates. He's going for Zealots. He's not going for the immortal, which I was expecting. Very weird robotics. I mean, I understand that he wanted to go maybe for an observer at the time being, but now, I mean, it's so tough to defend, and I don't see really how he could ever break through. Soke has another immortal on the way. He sees, okay, Nomi's still not over with this aggression, and he didn't go for a natural expansion on his own. But can he break through? I mean, the force fields must be perfect, and he has force field himself, and he's taking care of this. Good force fields going down here for Nomi, but so is for Soke, and he has a lot of units here available to break through the sentries. Oh well, he's not yet going down. It's not looking too bad here for Nomi, but yet again a good force field from Soke, actually trapping most of the units, and with the second immortal it should be just able here to defend this off. Very nice fight between these two players, but Soke with the better engagements, and now this was completely all in. No chance here to really recover, even though Nomi is still trying. He knows, okay, this is probably the game-ending moment, and probably the chance here for Soke to advance to the next round. But here we go. Nomi again going for the attack. Soke kiting his units here one by one, and not really much to say here in advance. Good force field going down. Sentries might fall, but especially with the immortals. Let's see the immortals. 16 and 2 kills here in total. This one definitely being the master, as it is said here in the ranking. GG, good luck, and Nomi takes the victory over... Soke takes the victory over Nomi, advancing to the finals, or rather the semi-finals, to fight Bly, who will then decide who is qualifying for the actual main event. And great games, well done here by Soke, defending off this 4-gate very convincingly. I was very surprised how he could have held it. And Nomi probably... yeah, I don't know. This was like... this robotics facility was kinda odd. He could have gone for his own immortal maybe, but then at the same time he couldn't really defend this off. So maybe going for the natural base... it's really tough to say. I mean, he had to go for the game-ending damage. That's pretty much what he went for in the beginning with that early gateway and to go for this kind of 4-gate play. So yeah, not how it should have worked out. But anyways, we will be waiting for Naomi versus Bly to begin. Sorry, Soke versus Bly, not Naomi. Soke versus Bly here very shortly on. And this is going to be very interesting, because I can't really say. Bly is really strong. I think his ZVP is also very, very good. But Soke doing well for himself. Very strong Protoss player. It's gonna be tough. So until then, I'd say we have a short break. So guys, please stay tuned. This is still the Against the Odds Open Qualifier number 3. My name is Gentle Giant and this is Poison TV, so stay tuned guys. We will be right back. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back here to the ATO Open Qualifier number 3. And we have a great game here coming up. It is going to be Soccer versus Bly. And I just made a poll earlier on, and it's actually kind of even. Slightly, very slightly favoring Bly. So both are in fact in a pretty equal state, and well, can't say, like, the skill levels are pretty even to compare both of these very charismatic players. And yeah, they're ready to go here on the first map. It's going to be on Catalina. PVZ on our hands. Catalina, let's see. I mean, it's a free possible position on this map, and a third base that is kind of exposed. So it really depends on the positions, of course, where you spawn, and then you decide. Either you go for a more aggressive attempt of expanding as a Protoss player for sure, or rather defensively. So both are ready. Catalina, Kingsyoung Station, and then Overgrowth. But it's only... okay, yeah. That should be just fine. And we were waiting for Soccer, who always needs a little bit more time, but is ready, both ready to go. Here we go. Catalina is the first map for the last possible qualifier regarding the open qualification. But of course, there's still the chance, whenever you are very, very good in the ladder and take the top positions, you actually get a lot of chance to qualify for the Against the Odds tournament. So there's always something you need to consider. For example, Edon Minus, who did very well in the ladder as well, but already qualified via this open qualifier. I hope you didn't hear that. Probably you did. Motorcycle outside, but here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We are right into the game and spawning to the bottom side, bottom left side. It is going to be XMG Soccer, and spawning to the top right side we have the red Protoss Berserk player from Team Acer. It is Bly. Okay, dokie. So Catalina is the map, a map we don't see that often, but definitely worth watching out for. So thank God we don't have another PvP, you might think. And Bly is seemingly to go for a 14 gas, 14 pool, something we did see before against Bling in the earlier stage, and something he will go yet again on this very map. So how will Soccer defend against us? He knows Bly tends to go for a little bit more aggressive attempts, going for roaches pretty early on normally, but also going for this Ling heavy base style yet again. So Bly knows about the position of his opponent, very important. So now he can send out a lot of Zerglings whenever Soccer decides to go for his natural base. But at the same time, Soccer playing it pretty safe, taking the gases here on both sides, having his tech ready to defend off against his opponent. And Bly not deciding to go for his expansion yet. He will probably go for it in about a minute, but first of all, 6 Zerglings now that are on the way for him, and Soccer does... Will he cancel the Zealot though? He does not know about his opponent. Will he cancel the Zealot? Oh, this is very important. He does cancel the Zealot. And this is gonna be very tough now to defend. There's no other unit being played out. Chrono boosting the Mothership Core though. Very, very important. And he sees the Zerglings. He sees the Zerglings. The probe will be killed off. Didn't react in time. And this is already a very, very tough position here for Soccer. Can he defend this off? The Zerglings will run by. No blocking with the probe. But of course... yeah, well, there will be additional Zerglings, but they will take some time until they're in position. Also, the speedling upgrade not yet done. But there are a couple of Zerglings here at the natural base, and they are eating it away, trying to go straight up for the kill on the Nexus. At the same time, a couple of Zerglings will kill off a couple of probes here with the speedling upgrade. This will make things even easier, and oh, the sentry will fall here as well. Forcefully going down in the end, but still very unfortunate here for Soccer to lose that sentry. Bly still being very active, and more Zerglings are streaming in while he's trying to get up his expansion. Which doesn't mean that he's goes for drone production. He rather wants to catch that Nexus here off guard, and still the Photon Overcharge helping out a lot. So the Zerglings now need to gather up, and he wants to go for the kill on the Nexus. But I feel like Soccer is handling this quite well, even though he lost quite a few units. And oh my god, he lost 7 workers. He's not aware of this one Zergling actually being annoying. And oh, will he lose another worker? Yes, he does. 8 workers now have been killed, and oh, this was a good force field this time. And also the gateway that will be placed in time. So I don't know if Bly can actually go through this. The Photon Overcharge is done, and he's attacking the front base, trying to break through. There's still one force field available, and the Mothership Core helping out as well. He's trying everything he can. The gateway, if this one falls, it's gonna be so tough to defend. One piling goes down, and oh, there is actually a gap, and therefore every single sentry will fall to this aggression. So much damage being done here by Bly. And also the probes that will fall to these Zerglings. In fact, there's no escape for the probes here whatsoever. The gateway has been added here to block this off. Another probe will go down. Soccer being in a really, really tough spot. And is there... There's actually gateway... yeah, he's still trying to block it off, but... I mean, he will defend it in the long run, but at the same time we see Bly already in a really comfortable worker lead. And I mean, yeah, these gateways being unpowered as well, making so hard here to defend this off. Another pylon being placed, and this time there won't be any more damage done here by these Zerglings. So he's just really concentrating on his macro, and probably will be cancelling this gateway as well. So here we go. Now finally he can establish his natural base, but looking at the loss tab, these Zerglings definitely paid for themselves. So we do see a layer here for Bly, and there's no Evo chamber though. So it seems like he might go for Mutalis straight away. This is a little bit risky. No, he does go for Roaches, but without upgrade. So a little bit similar to what we saw against Bling on this very map. So it might in fact work out for him. Overlords did see what's going on. See the gas timing as well. Very important for him. There's a forge going down for Soccer. But what does he do with this forge? Does he want to go for a 2-base timing? Maybe with Colossi? Something similar we did see from Bling. And it might actually work out. I mean, if he does get them in time though. And there goes the roach speed upgrade. And there's 7 roaches now at the same time, but more here to join the fray for sure. And I wonder if he wants to go for the spire as well, because he has the potential to go even more for more gases if he wants to. At the same time, we do see Socket going for the attack here to the 3rd base. He knows he needs to do some damage, but Bly is prepared. Bly is prepared for this attack. He sees it now. What is he's up against? And Sentry's just losing a lot of energy. He cannot break through. Probably we are going to see the recall here in just a second. At least killing off another roach here. Oh, force field's going down, but one sentry does go down in the process. There's the recall. Here we go. Almost losing another sentry here in that very fight. So now, robotics facility being added by Soccer. He will probably try to go for a couple of immortals in at the same time, and it is now Bly who's going for the attack, who's getting even more roaches out. I wonder if he still wants to prepare a transition, or maybe getting some more drones out, because sometimes he's overplaying this, and well, there's only sentries at the moment, so with the roach movement, he's tunneling claws he's getting right now, it might actually be a good choice. And he is focusing down the cannon, which is very important also to deny the detection from this. And well, is there an observer? No, there's actually... Okay, there was a cannon, so he actually saw what's going on. Oh, but he still wants to go for the attack. This was maybe not the very best move, but with the burrow upgrade, he still has the advantage. A couple of roaches, though, he's not paying attention to them. Therefore losing a couple of them. And, well, Bly's doing pretty well so far. He's getting good surround onto the units. The sentries are a little bit exposed, and therefore losing so much supply and so much gas in being invested into these sentries. Every single one of them is going down. And Bly now, I mean, he has so many roaches on the way, 50 more roaches, and I don't think Soccer can actually defend against this. There goes the roach movement, tunneling claws. He's just waiting for it, but he's just waiting for just a second. Here we go. He's gonna go for it. Even though there are sentries, they won't be doing too much damage. There's an immortal, but whenever the roaches are out, there's no holding back. There we go, going for the full surround, and we should see the GG in just a second. Well done by Bly, and he will win the first game in the best of 3 series. Wow, what a game. What a game to watch here. And Bly, he did very well for himself. I mean, did go for a similar attack against Bling, and succeeded in doing damage, a lot of damage. I feel like, yeah, like Catalina, I don't know why it's Catalina that he goes for that kind of style, but yeah, it really pays out for himself. Like, Soke doesn't scout too much, which was helping out as well. So in the end, Bly now with the chance to win yet another game. So we should be good to go here on King Seong Station this time. And of course Bly with the possibility to close out the series to his advantage and qualifying for the ATO. And probably also the favorite in this matchup. I mean, I like Soke, I like how he plays, and slow paced and going for a macro, but still has very strong timings where he can overwhelm his opponent. But I feel like Bly is just at one step ahead of his opponent. Like, going for these kind of aggressive styles, sometimes he's going too aggressive into this his opponent, which also yeah, leads to a lot of mistakes. But he can also go for a very solid macro game, and this is something I'd love to see this in the second map, as we are right there with our second game already. And spawning to the bottom right side, we have the Zerg player in the red trunks. It is going to be Aces Bly. And up to the top left side, we have the blue Protoss player playing for XMG. It is Soke. The old Protoss player was studying as a teacher, I think, as far as I know. Soke. Not sure if he degreed in this or if he changed up his plans. But he's a very nice guy. He has he seems very chilled. Also, you always have to kind of wait for him for some games because he's probably smoking a cigarette. And Bly, also a guy who sometimes shows his emotion, not only anger or like anger and frustration whenever it came to the DreamHack Moscow. Some people might have noticed, but he's also very happy and very enthusiastic when it comes to interviews. Like whenever I was at Take TV and they had the Acer Team Story Cap, he was the person who always wanted to go for the interview. He was very happy to do so. So most times we actually ask him if he could go for the interview, and I was like, oh no, not again Bly. But I mean, he was doing fine, and it's not like he just trash talked. He did actually some really good interviews and representing Acer in a pretty good fashion. So Bly is scouting his opponent, going for the Nexus first. Oh, sorry, gateway into Nexus, I think. Actually, I'm not sure. No, it was Nexus first. It was Nexus first. But Bly, as we know him, going for the 14-14. This time he's building up to 8 Zerglings at the same time.
Game paused.
How can Soke defend this? It's gonna be tough. This time it's gonna be tough. Or even tougher. Because it's so hard to really get to close this gap to the natural base. I don't see how Soke can actually defend this. I mean, he needs Zealots, he needs the Mothership Core. But Bly, I mean, upon seeing this, he should be pretty confident that this is going to work. Probe sees the Zerglings are on the way. How will he react to it though? The probe is going down.